Zepp and Terri, powered by Plunkett's Pest Control.
There's the Clash on KQ92, a couple minutes ahead of 5 o'clock. Zepp and Terri, the wreck all ready to go. Terri, I've got some news that's not supposed to be news. It was accidentally leaked. We'll tell you all about it this afternoon regarding Prince's inheritance.
Oh, wow. Plus, the latest summer fashion, just call me Pizza Face. That's coming up in just a bit.
What? Okay. I've got to say something, Terri.
All right, go
we're
ahead.
sitting here literally arguing as Pinball Wizard is fading out there because
We're fighting.
There's a story in here about this guy, a Byron resident, Jonathan Phelps, who won a $20,000 scratch-off, kept playing Minnesota lottery cards, and just won $500,000 at a gas and go in Orinoco.
Yeah.
So we started having that familiar conversation that you've had with so many of your coworkers, your own brain. What would you do if you hit the big one, the hundreds of millions of dollars one? I'm like, well, Terri, I would bug out of the show. But since we started the show, I'd feel bad. Like, oh, sorry to leave you hanging. Here's a couple cool million. We'd figure out something.
Yeah. If it was Powerball, if it was something lesser, you couldn't do that.
Terri offered to buy new tires for my truck, which I thought was kind of backhanded. But then she said, and then, of course, the coworkers. I'm like, no, not anyone else in the building.
Yeah, Zepp's kind of a selfish bastard.
No, I'm just saying they're a family, and, you, because I kind of screwed you over by quitting just as it got going. That was just to take care of my Lutheran guilt.
Nice people, there's so
they're
many
wonderful.
nice people here.
Awesome, but you
have
can't
supported us and, cheered us on.
That's true.
But then, like, the ones that didn't, no, they get nothing. But,
oh, great. Let's create a little. Well, anyway, all I'm saying is no one would get anything. You can't stop and take care of all your. Because you're right. You'd hurt somebody's feelings. And I'd be on a frickin' plane the next day. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I think about that all the time. Like, if you win too much, then you wouldn't want to do the orchard, and that's such a
I
nice
want to win
thing.
too much. I want
Really?
to. Oh, yeah. I want to win way too
it.
much. Yeah, I'd live simply, though. I'd have my mountain cabin out there, and
I know.
A nice new truck, and some accessories to go with it. But I wouldn't buy like a $20 million house over places all over the world or anything like that.
Oh, I might do that, but they wouldn't be giant houses.
One of the people claiming to be Prince's son is not Prince's son. Results of a DNA test show Carlin Q. Williams is not Prince's child and is not entitled to inherit the star's fortune. The other 6 can exhale now. The results of the genetic testing were reported today, despite Carver County Judge Kevin Eide, perhaps ordering they be sealed because they are confidential in nature. Somehow, though, they got out to TMZ.
So the guy just said he was Prince's son? You just throw that out there? And
Well, he's serving time, Williams, in a Colorado prison on gun charges. He claims his mother met Prince in 1976 and they had unprotected sex in a hotel room in Kansas City.
Well, they might have.
Wasn't that the natural? Oh, no, wait, she shot him. That was a Chicago hotel room. Nobody really expected this to be legit, but you never know. You're thinking Prince, 76, he's a young dude, unprotected sex. I mean, that's very believable.
Right.
With a strange woman in a hotel room in Kansas City, just maybe on a long shot, but no.
Yeah.
Not happening.
No. If having pimples makes you fashionable, then call me Elle McPherson. Just call me that anyway, please.
Yeah, that one on the end of your nose is following me wherever I go.
Leave it alone.
Sorry.
Believe it or not, the hottest trend at Fashion Week in Milan, Italy right now is acne. And this is the truth. A designer named Moto Guo had makeup artists
I'm wearing his tennis shoes right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's Guo. How do you pronounce that?
Gah.
Had makeup artists give all of his models faces full of pimples before they walked down the runway on Monday. You think that really was it pimples or was it something else?
Herpes. Clearly, they were covered and saturated in herpes.
You'd much rather have a zit than herpes, believe me.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think I'm past. Well, I guess I'm past both of them.
Why did they call the dog herpes, by the way?
Why did they call the dog? Because I don't know.
He wouldn't heal.
He wouldn't heal.
Yeah.
God dang it, I knew I'd heard that one before. Yeah. Terror, it's been announced that Chris Robinson Brotherhood's coming to town. They just announced that this morning.
Knock me over with a feather.
On Sid the Kid's birthday, October 11th. We've got some of those tickets to give away before this hour is out, and we'll keep your commute cruising with some hometown news and classic rock coming from Steve Miller, Led Zepp, and U2. Cool?
Cool.
Zepp and Terri, powered by Plunkett's Pest Control.
This traffic report brought to you by 651 Carpets. A really bad accident, 94 westbound, has 4 lanes closed down at Highway 61. I know it is terrible. You just wonder what is going on there. But anyway, so be aware of that if you can take a detour somewhere else and get out of that. 494 eastbound at Delaware Avenue, a crash. Also a crash on 77 northbound at 66th Street. A crash 394 westbound at Louisiana Avenue as well. Everything is free in June, and we're almost out of June, actually. When you purchase floors from 651 Carpets, free installation, pad, transitions, removal, and disposal of your old floor. Interest-free financing for 24 months. 651 Carpets. That's their name, number, and you guessed it, online. 651carpets.com.
Did anybody else panic a little bit when she said we're almost out of June? But you're right. Your KQ weather from villagechef.com. Suddenly a lot of things are going through my mind that need to get done. Thunderstorms are headed our way tonight. Could get heavy, then partly cloudy after midnight, 59. The low tomorrow, going to be a beauty. Partly cloudy, 77. Sunny and 85 on Friday. Hack it up over there, Trainee.
Thank you.
81 now with Springsteen on KQ92. From vinyl, Led Zeppelin on KQ92. Zepp and Terri, Hometown News, less than 10 minutes away. Terri, give us a taste of one, would you?
Yeah, this was sent in by a listener from the Two Harbors Lake County News Chronicle. On Friday, June 3rd at 10:55 p.m., a caller reported what she considered stalkerish behavior from a man. He seemed to appear uninvited at locations frequented by the caller. Officer determined it was her husband who had moved out of their residence 11 days earlier. No arrests or citation.
Okay.
I don't think Rich would ever stalk me. I just don't see it happening.
He's missing the whole point of getting out of the marriage.
It'd be too much work.
In a small town, can you stalk somebody?
I don't know. I mean, really, you have to go to the grocery store at some point.
Right. There's only that one gas station. The microphone's up now, Terri, by the way. Let me go ahead and get you some polka music so you can clear your throat for the Hometown News. Steve Miller from Vinyl there. By the way, giving away a pair of Chris Robinson Brotherhood tickets. October 11th, Chris Robinson Brotherhood coming to town. This is described as an American blues rock band. Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, KQ, you'll love KQ. You're going to love this band.
Yep.
I think. I haven't seen them yet, but they have quite the pedigree. We'll do that with What's for Dinner or something here in about 15, 20 minutes. Your
But
hometown
first,
news.
Yep, hometown news. Here we go.
Green Bay warden Protégé observed 2 subjects smoking pot from a pipe. Upon recognizing the warden, the subjects threw the pot pipe and the bag of pot into the river, which floated right up to the warden.
Damn it.
Damn that current. Always check your current when you're ditching your paraphernalia and dope. He fished it out of the water. They were arrested for possession of a controlled substance and cited them for littering, too, to add injury to insult.
Totally ditchweed there,
Yeah,
right?
right.
All right. Hi, Terri and Zepp. Don't know if this qualifies for hometown news or not, but my husband and I just returned from the homeland, Finland. Having traveled there often, as we are well aware that Finns love their, I think they call them saunas. They don't just say saunas, they're like saunas. They have a saying, a sauna is something you build even if you're at war.
Okay.
I don't really get it, but
I'd prefer you build a bunker if I'm there. But
yeah, no kidding. But we're still shocked and amused when visiting Kuopio and read in the local paper Burger King opens world's first in-store sauna.
a sauna in Burger King.
Yep.
Do they cook the burgers in there?
Probably, complete with pictures of Finns in the steamy sauna eating their Whoppers. Love the show, Sandy and Dawn.
Boy, fast food and I guess
Gross.
You're sweating it out. The grease is coming right out of your pores as you're eating.
Ish.
That's weird.
The mayo's dripping on your lap.
Right. The Wausau Daily Herald, this is from their police report. A taxi driver reported that a fare had run off without paying. When the officer arrived, she witnessed an individual handing money to the taxi driver. The driver explained the fare returned after running to a nearby ATM machine to get cash.
Oops.
That only happens in a
small
hometown.
town.
And yeah, right.
Surprised they had cabs.
And Wausau. Well, Wausau's not that small.
No, I guess that's
Or in
not.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They have a cab, but yeah. You might want to let the driver know, hey, I'm going to run over to the ATM. I'll be right back. But go ahead.
Well, Black River Falls Warden Miller was transporting an intoxicated boat operator to shore for transport to jail. Another boat approached the landing and almost ran over a person near the shore.
Whoops.
Miller watched the boat operator get out of his boat and stagger to his vehicle. One of the occupants of the boat looked at Miller and said, "Do you have a doobie?"
Brothers, can you crank some Doobie Brothers, officer?
Miller motored over to the boat and assured them he did not.
Dang it.
The operator of the boat was arrested.
I bet he could have really used that doobie.
Oh.
Thanks to a 15-pound goat, Ravenna, Michigan, population 1,200 is getting its 15 minutes of fame, and both the goat and the fame have residents scratching their heads in bewilderment. The tale of the town and goat began when the goat escaped from the Ravenna livestock sale early in March. Try as they might, no one's been able to catch the cagey critter. It was a small-town story until the goat, which would have fetched about $20 at the sale, must have been an old goat, caused $300 in damage headbutting a reflection of itself in the window of a local laundromat.
We have a goat that does that, Emmett.
Yeah,
he spends the whole day headbutting his own image.
They're idiots. Since then, the story's gone viral. Reports as far away as Chicago and New York, even Saturday Night Live gave the goat a mention. But Jim Nutt, owner of the town's bowling alley, says the goat is a nuisance, not a star. It poops in his parking lot, sleeps in his bushes, and even chased an elderly woman around the lot until she was able to crawl under the car hood.
Why don't these celebrities buy it? Buy this goat. Give it a second chance.
Classic rock coming from Alice Cooper and Skinner. Also some Pink Floyd and your chance to win some concert tickets. Who likes to change?
Powered by Plunkett's Pest Control.
KQ92, hello, Zepp and Terri.
Hi.
Yeah, you guys were talking about winning the Powerball. I would do one thing for my family. Here's one check. Sign this. You can't get any more.
What's the amount?
Depends on the person.
And how much you win. Like I always say, if I win the lottery, I'm paying everybody off that I want to give a gift. And then if you can find me on this planet, you can have some more.
That's it. You got the right idea.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. Terry, I got a pair of tickets. Chris Robinson Brotherhood coming to the Varsity Theater on October 11th. American-based blues band. We got a couple of tickets. What's for dinner? Explain it.
Okay. We want your calls to tell us what you're making for dinner, or if you're at the grocery store picking up your ingredients for whatever you're going to make, and then we'll put your recipe on our website or our Facebook page.
Okay, so call and tell us what's for dinner.
Yep.
You, I, and
A secret judge
that we'll grab
judge.
out of the parking lot.
Yes,
We'll
that-
determine the best one for the concert
There's
tickets.
some people hanging out in the building. We can get them in here.
651-989-ROCK or 989-ROLL. This classic rock free ride brought to you by Priority Courier Experts. Every time you call them, they deliver. It's Skinnerd from Vinyl. The James Gang on KQ92 with Zepp and Terri. Now, what's for dinner?
Jeff the Chili Champ here.
Hey, Jeff the Chili Champ. He's been hanging around longer here in the afternoon than you have, Terry. But you've called up,
Yeah.
Jeff, with some delicious chili recipes. What flavor of chili are we going with tonight?
Actually, tonight we're slumming it, and we did steaks on the grill.
Oh, well, that sounds good, too.
Any side dishes with that?
Just Wendy.
Well, you already got my vote, but we better drive on. Hang on, Jeff the
Thank
Chili
you.
Champ.
Thanks, Jeff.
Zepp and Terri, what's for dinner?
Chicken meatloaf with blue cheese.
Chicken meatloaf with blue cheese. That's all together, smashed into
Yep,
one big
all
loaf?
mixed together and baked, yep, with some barbecue sauce on top of it.
With what, crackers and eggs to
That's
coagulate
probably
it?
all he had left in the fridge.
Okay, with the barbecue sauce on top.
He's stoned.
Okay.
KQ, what's for dinner?
Well, it's going to be roasted garlic shrimp wrapped in maple bacon with beer.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's like classy yet white trash lovable at the same time.
Oh, you got to have the bacon.
You gotta have the bacon. All right. Yeah, we have obviously left a lot of recipes, a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
did.
what's for dinner on the phone line. That's the logistics of just doing a little mom and pop radio show.
Yeah, we're the editors, we're the,
Producers.
and kind of the judges. But that bacon wrap shrimp sounded really good. It was Jeff and Lionel Lakes, and he's going to send in his recipe. So if you want it, it'll be on our KQ's Facebook page. He's going to send it in to Throttle Me Bill.
So is it
We'll
it's
post
shrimp,
it.
bacon, and beer.
He drinks the beer while he makes it, but he said there's a little trick to it. So,
All right.
but he makes it for everything, and everybody loves it.
Well, he's got himself a pair of tickets. Chris Robinson Band coming to the Varsity Theater on October 11th. Terry, oh, yeah, I was going to go ahead and hit that. I'm not going to hit the commercial break yet. What were you telling me about chocolate?
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. It's about freaking time, too. New research suggests candy companies may be able to lower fat versions of that tasty treat with a little electrical trick. By running liquid chocolate through an electrical field, researchers were able to make it flow more easily, and that means it doesn't need so much fat.
In other words, taste. Isn't the fat the taste?
Yeah, I think so. I think the whole texture of it.
It's going to end up tasting like Grandma's cooking chocolate.
It won't be that. Oh, ew.
Well,
no, because that doesn't have sugar in it. Cutting the fat in chocolate has been a much-studied challenge in the industry. The new approach was described Monday by researchers at Temple University in Philadelphia. During production, chocolate is handled as a liquid that includes solids like cocoa, suspended in melted fat, and oil. The electrical field makes the tiny balls of cocoa solids clump together, and that allows easier flow. Does it sound like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about? The work was partially financed by Mars Chocolate Company, and Temple holds the patent on that technique.
Okay, so they're just going to shock it.
They're going to shock it, and then it stays liquid, and I don't know. I don't get it, but if it's less calories, good. Let's do that.
There's hope out there for
There's
chocolate.
hope.
All right. Terry, let's drive on here with some classic rock. Journey coming. We have ZZ Top, the Beatles this hour, and some more news with Zepp and Terri on KQ.
Good.
Your friends at Victory by Plunkett's Pest Control.
Business needs can change day to day. That's why at Accountemps, you can rely on their flexible staffing solutions to provide temporary accounting and finance professionals whenever you need an extra hand. Call today or visit Accountemps.com. Accountemps, a Robert Half company.
And your KQ weather from VillageChef.com. Thunderstorms coming in from the west. St. Cloud, Buffalo, Hutchinson now. It will turn partly cloudy after midnight, cool off to 59. Partly cloudy 77 tomorrow, and sunny and 85 on Friday. It's still 80. ZZ Top on KQ. Just like the old ball and chain, right, Terry?
Yeah.
Rock and roll never forgets.
It never does.
From vinyl. Bob Seeger on KQ92. The Zepp train wreck at 625. Terry, the old burial or cremation. You got a favorite?
I always think of that. Like, what do I want to do? And I kind of go back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I've got a new eco-friendly way you may want to consider getting rid of your remains. I'll tell you about that in 10 minutes.
Okay, and I just want to tell you that you might want to put down that salad. Plants can feel stress. We all knew it was true.
Oh, no. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's just about it for the train wreck today.
I know it is. But coming up tomorrow, don't forget the Liney's Summer Patio Party train rolls on here. We're at Maple Tavern in Maple Grove. And you can win tickets to Duran Duran. We're giving away 2 sets of tickets to that. We have Liney's Cooler to give away, plus other KQ prizes. So swing out to Maple Tavern, Maple Grove, 5:30 to 7:30 for Liney's Patio Party.
And you'll be checking in from there.
Yes, I will.
Friday night, I'll be headed up to my very own Forest Lake American Legion. I don't own it. I'm just a member. Forest Lake American Legion, they have their big steak dinner up there this Friday night.
Yum.
And I'll be up there from 8 to 10. I'm trying to remember what that was.
Are you grilling, or are you just eating?
Nobody wants me grilling. They just want me eating, but I'll be serving some beers and, more importantly, pulling 2 names for our 20 finalists for that Harley Davidson we give away in August. So that's Forest Lake American Legion Friday night with yours truly. But get up there. I won't get up there till 8. Make sure you get over there earlier and get your steak dinner.
Yeah.
It's pretty tasty stuff.
And it's a good fundraiser.
Yeah. Hey, Tara, I asked you earlier if you
Yes?
wanted to be buried or cremated.
And I said, I don't know.
That's very selfish to do either, it turns out. There's an eco-friendly way to get rid of your dead flesh instead of being stuffed with chemicals and buried in a fancy casket. That's bad for the soil. Or cremated, bad for the air. More and more people are choosing to be dissolved in acid and just flushed.
I've heard of that with like animals, horses and stuff.
Yeah, it has some fancy names: biocremation, liquid cremation, flameless cremation. My favorite is aquamation.
Well, what do they do with the acid? That can't be good for the earth either, can it?
They pour it into batteries and stick them in big trucks that we drive around, I think.
All the semi-drivers are driving around with the...
Why do I have a feeling this has something to do with the Breaking Bad television series?
Yeah, I know. It does sound like that.
You know,
but I have heard of it with horses doing that.
Drop them in the acid?
Yep.
Well, why? Dogs got to eat.
Yeah, I know. The old glue factory.
Right. All right.
All right. Plants can feel stressed up, so a good excuse not to eat healthy.
Well, thank God they don't have mouths, so we don't have to listen to them whine about it.
I know. When I pick an apple, I kind of hear it wince.
Oh, that's right. My God, you're like a mass murderer. They must hate you.
We
You're a
talk to
farmer.
our trees. We literally do. I always thank them. because I do believe there's another level of consciousness. We're constantly being
In your
told
apples.
by vegetarians how much better the world would be if we stopped eating steak and just chowed down on sprouts and kale seeds. Well, according to a new study, plants, just like animals, feel stress.
Oh, jeez.
Here comes the lawnmower.
We're losing this planet.
Here comes Terry on that damn zero turn. Researchers found that there were higher levels of stress hormones in plants that grew up in the cold rather than those that grew up in nicer weather. I can see that. Frost hits you. That sucks too. If only they could test hormone levels when the plants were being peeled, boiled, and eaten, which is pretty much the plot of the Sausage Party movie coming out in August.
Oh, that's why the story was out today.
Sure.
They just wanted a plug for Sausage Party.
Sausage Party.
That sounds like a good time to me.
Don't we have a drop of Basil saying that?
I think Sausage Party. He's very excited when he says it,
I know,
too.
he slurs it out.
Sausage Party. Terry, you got a joke for us?
I do. Oh, I've got a lot of jokes.
Let's get to
I'll
a
have
joke and some
choose.
Beatles coming on
Okay.
KQ.
Sounds good.
It's pest control.
Wow, what a sound effect there.
Thank you.
Well, I have a joke for you. Are you ready?
Robert Half.
Oh, shoot. What the? This update brought to you by Robert Half. As the leader in specialized temporary staffing for accounting and finance professionals, Accountemps can quickly match your business and employment needs with highly skilled temporary specialists when you need them. Call today or visit accountemps.com. Accountemps, a Robert Half company.
Now, how could we
Probably
expect?
listening right now.
Right. Sorry, Bob. Half.
Sorry about
What's
that.
up with the last name there? Couldn't afford the whole thing, but you want to handle my books. Gotcha.
I like it.
All right, you have a joke? Oh, yeah, you do have a joke
I
for us.
have a good quality joke for a change
All
here.
right.
A man was seeing his doctor, and the doctor said, I have good news and bad news. And the man says, what's the bad news? Doctor says, your wife has syphilis. Geez, what could possibly be the good news? Doc says, she didn't get it from you.
Well, yeah, glass half full, I suppose,
Sure.
on that good news. Like it, Terry, I'm going to play a Beatles song. Which one's it going to be? I've got the whole jukebox here in front of me.
I like She Loves You, because I do.
Here it is.
1, 2, 3.
Oops.
Zepp and Terri, powered by Plunkett's Pest Control.